really, really important. Very well organized as well. So I'm the founder of Decagon. Decagon is producing the software engineering talent to fuel the Nigerian tech ecosystem first, and then the global, to meet the global demand for software engineers. We are just a year old. We are carrying out this mission by finding the smartest graduates of Nigerian universities who are looking to launch a career in tech. And then we give them everything that they need to launch successful careers in tech. That everything that they need is, we think of it in 8 things. Number 1 is we provide them with laptops. We provide them with trainers or mentors, so instruction. Provide them with accommodation so that they don't have to commute, so they can have power and they can have internet. We provide them with food. We provide them with friends, people, a cohort that they can go through the grueling struggle that is 6 months of an intense, rigorous program. We provide them with finance to pay for this whole thing. They can't afford to pay for it, but we're merit-based, need-blind, so whoever gets in can come, and then they can pay after they start working. And then finally, we provide them with jobs. When they finish, we connect them to work so that they can launch their careers and so that they can also pay back. So, Edtech would be successful in Nigeria if we had the 4 Ps. P number 1 is purpose. There's a huge problem in education. Everybody knows that, so we're not going to talk about it. But it's just, when I think about it, and when most people think about it, I think sometimes it can be demotivating or frightening, just the scale. When you talk about the number of out-of-school children, the number of amount of unemployment, and so on. I think that EdTech needs a big purpose. Like when JFK said, we're going to get a man on the moon, said to the American people, we're going to get a man on the moon before the end of the decade. And then you had 400,000 engineers and a lot of capital rally together to achieve what would have seemed really an impossible feat. I think for a job as big as what is facing Nigeria, the prospect of which will be really an existential crisis if we can't fix education in Nigeria, I think we need big purpose. At Decagon, our purpose is that Nigeria will be a top 10 software engineering country within a decade. The top 10 software engineering countries in the world have about 0.3% of their population working as software engineers. If Nigeria had that, that would be about 600,000 people. Those 600,000 people will be generating about $18 billion in non-oil export revenue for Nigeria, and they themselves will be creating jobs in other industries as well. And so this is what even the name Decagon comes from, that mission. Top 10 within a decade. But I think that for the industry as a whole, for the sector as a whole, we need this type of big vision that people can rally around to deliver on. So that's purpose. I think the second P that we need is people. We need the smartest people in this generation tackling this, which I believe is the most important problem for this generation. I think that being able to manage our money better is important. I think that being able to build better companies is important. But I personally, this resonated with me, and I considered myself to be somebody, okay, I have 2 decades of experience in tech. My first decade I spent building a company called Edtech, which was one of the first tech IPOs in the country. My second decade I spent as an investor, investing initially my own capital and then private equity, VC capital. And then ultimately I thought, of all the things that I'm doing, the most important problem really in this country is really the people. And so let me join. I'm so excited to hear that Sim has joined. And I'm so excited to hear that you all are here. So I think we need the right people, the best people in the companies, if we're going to have a very good chance of really having outsized impact. I think the third thing that we need, the third P, is partnerships. The work is too hard for one person. One can put 1,000 to flight, but 2 can put 10,000. There's outside return on collaboration. And so even, for me, I was able to invest some capital to get Decagon going, but we would not have made it a year in without the support of Sterling Bank providing the first student loans for software engineers ever, Main One providing 150 megabytes of bandwidth, to us without the likes of Sterling Main One. So anyway, you need partnerships because I think the work is too much for one person. And I think that if you find the right partners, then you can really deliver a much more outsized results. I think the final point is profits. I think that the return, the kind of work that needs to be done requires more than just people doing things for charity. Where you have profits, capital rushes in. Where you have profits, all the other 3 Ps come in. People come, partnerships come, people join together in order to deliver exceptional, in order to go after exceptional profits. And so I think if we can create business models that can deliver on profit, which is why Decagon, for example, it started out as a school business model where we make profit, very significant profit for the value that we are creating. And really, education is really is probably the highest value creating segment. If you take somebody who is faced with a life of earning nothing, and you do something for that person, and that person can go on to have a life earning, across their lifetime, they may end up earning 100 million naira, for example. So being able to capture some of that, I think, is really where we have to figure out in our business models. And once we can really identify those business models that deliver profit, then we'll be able to bring in the people, the partnerships that we will need to deliver this mission. Thank you.